Hey Captain's Crew, Captain Panda here, back again with another YouTube video for you guys, back in the ever so growing craft centers. And before you guys ask, yes, you haven't seen my other series, the Mafia Old Country, because my PS5 recently just died on me, so I'm like having to save up money to get a new one, and like my game is stuck in my console, so I have to like save up to get it fixed so I can like at least get my game back, because it's like stuck in the tray and it's not wanting to spit it out. So, and it's also not powering on, so I gotta like figure out what's going on with it there. So yeah, that's why you haven't seen Mafia Old Country recently. But with all done said, we're kind of stuck with, you know, the craft center for the time being until eventually I get my PS5 fixed. But it is time for the one thing everybody comes to my channel for, and that is the question of the day. What is one thing that you are content with? Like, what is one thing that you would be like, that's okay. It's alright. I've tried to fix it multiple times and it ain't working. I've tried. I failed. Oh well. It's life. And mine's is that most to all of my friends are now pretty much too busy. A lot of them are in college now. Most of them are in college. Most of them work a lot. So, like, I have a very bad tendency to make friends that are like workaholics, or they're like trying to get better jobs in life. So like one of my closest high school friends, Retro Astro, he's currently a college student, so it's like he tends to not have enough time to do anything. And like, yeah, a lot of my friends just are college students. They're all college students, or they work, or it's both, or they live in like another state, country, then some. So yeah. Besides that, let's go ahead and head to the doghouse. Grab us a doge. We're going to, we haven't taken Bluey out in a while. Bluey, where are you at? Bluey, you down here? Where you at, Bluey? There you are, Bluey. Come on, let's go. He'll teleport. But as you can tell, I did a little bit of work, not too much work on the theater. Adding like a second to top layer. I also rounded off the wall, finished off the walls. We're just gonna ignore the fact that I just busted my legs. That I connected the wall all the way around. Oh, Bluey, get down here. Come here, Bluey. Where you at? Okay, there you are. Sit. But I also connected the wall going all the way around, and I put the wall barrier up right there. So what we're going to do for this episode is try to fill all this in with cobblestone, because if I try to do a straight wall up, it's gonna look really awkward, and I don't really like that. I like the little lip there, if it be like a upper stage area. So yeah. So yeah. But that section over there will be a little higher than the rest of this, maybe like a block or two higher to like emphasize that it's a theater, and that's where all the higher stuff sits. Which I honestly think the walls are kind of high on their own, and they don't need to be any higher. So yeah. So we're just gonna, you know, kind of spend majority of this episode just kind of filling in the roof here and putting everything in a spot, kind of like chairs and stuff, and doing the floor hopefully. Probably a little bit of mining because I'm like almost out of cobblestone and my dumbass didn't go mining, so yeah. But you guys might also realize that it took me longer than I usually do to make this video, and I'm just gonna be honest, your boy's been lazy. Your boy isn't really the best at content creating. As you can tell, that none of my videos are edited. And the sun's already going down, really? Hasn't even been 30 minutes. Okay. Guess I'll just, you know, go lay down. You know, lay down in the outdoors, in the wilderness. Go camping in the wilderness. Be me being a special boy. Come on, let me sleep. I want to sleep. Let me sleep. I want to sleep. Let me sleep. No, I don't want to crack. Let me sleep. But yeah, I still have that other project that I'm working on going on. That I've been working on for quite some time, actually. I actually need to get back to working on that world entirely, so I can get the final touches done with it, and hopefully get the storyboard done for it, and then I can eventually start posting stuff about it. I don't like how this was. Wait, why am I destroying that? I could just... Your boy is not smart. Oop, oop. Broke my cankles. Broke my cankles. This is why I don't play this is why I don't play basketball. Jesus. There's a reason why your boy don't play basketball. Your boy is uncoordinated whatsoever. I got 3 left feet. And what I mean by 3, I mean by 3. I said what I said. Parkour. Ugh. I need to find a better uploading schedule and possibly an editor, but that takes too much work and too much money. Money I frankly don't have. Your boy's a broke boy. I'm just doing this to see if it takes off or not. Swinging for the fences, shall I say. Oh yes, I forgot that was there. But yes, your boy's been swinging for the fences for, you know, work since my primary job kinda ended the contract. Not meaning that they fired me, but my contract was coming to an end since it was a seasonal position. Granted, I did work at 2 seasonal position jobs like it was nothing. And they were both outdoors, like a moron, knowing that my body can't withstand the heat. Also, I'm gonna be trying to go to college soon. I did put an application in for a school, but they said no, so I'm gonna try reapplying at another school. Just to see which one takes me. So yeah. Your boy's been on the look for stuff to do outside of work and YouTube and writing. So yeah, since all my friends are kind of like bored of me, I would say, because they don't really care to hang out anymore. And it's like, guys, in order to be friends, we have to hang out. Not all the times, but maybe once in a blue moon, maybe twice in a blue moon. You know, make our lives a little interesting. But, you know, everyone has lives. And apparently I don't, because I stay home with my family. And I like to stay home. Like, I know it sounds strange, a YouTuber, you know, wanting to go out with friends and doing stuff, but it's like, I honestly miss hanging out with my friends, because we used to be like a bunch of idiots in high school. Granted, I was a weird human being in high school, but who isn't? It's high school. It's high school. I also didn't really like socializing with people. I would socialize with like the same 5 people every day. And if I wasn't socializing to the same 5 people every day, I was at home socializing to my family. And my family would sit there and look at me and go, "Can you shut up for 5 seconds, you autistic little boy?" And I'm like, "No, trains." And I'm like, "This train right here is a choo-choo." And then my brother would chime in with another train fact, and I'd be like, look at this shiny train. And then he'd be like, "Yes, that shiny train. But guess what? I have a shinier train." And we would spend an hour just talking about trains. And if it wasn't us talking about trains, it would be him talking about Sims and me talking about Planet Coaster. Oh, look at that, it's an Enderman. But yeah. Your boy kind of just spends his time chit-chatting and hanging out on his own. And pretty much just games for majority of the day. Because if I'm not playing Planet Coaster, I'm sleeping. And if I'm not sleeping, I'm trying to see which one of my friends is online so I can sit there and talk to them about random shit. And honestly, I can kind of just tell that they're just tired of my shit, because they've just stopped responding half the time. They've just kind of sort of learned to ghost me. Looking at you, Retro. But then again, they are like very fucking busy. Everyone is, all of them. And like, I know some of you might be saying, "No one's that busy." I know that. You think I wouldn't be, you know, talking about that if I didn't know that, but you know, life is life. I've kind of just given up of trying. That's why I focus primarily on my channel now. Just trying to see what next video would probably be the best video to do. What would be the next question of the day? just kind of focus on things that I find interesting. Your boy's also been trying to focus on doing side hobbies, because I've been trying to figure out what a side hobby I would like to do. And since I find animatronics and stuff like that, since that is my STEM at the moment, animatronics, and no, if you guys say FNAF type stuff, no. Like, yes, I do enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's, but your boy also kind of wants to make, you know, animatronics just for the hell of it, because I have like too much free time on my hands and nothing to do with it. So what I would probably end up doing is probably whenever I get enough money, start ordering parts for like making a animatronic and stuff, for like a small animatronic, and then, you know, make an animatronic and then sell that in like sell an animatronic. See if anybody wants it. I doubt anybody's gonna take an indie animatronic from an indie company that isn't, you know, Sally's animatronics or Disney. So, and heck, if I decide to start, you know, designing roller coasters and stuff like that, not many people are gonna, you know, trust an indie manufacturer. They're gonna go to like B&M or like S&S for like rides and stuff like that. And it's like I have a better chance of just doing an internship and just seeing where I land. But then again, all the engineering companies near me are like 2 to 3 hours away. And frankly, my family does not have the vehicle power to get from point A to point B and back without, you know, needing a vehicle. Because your boy doesn't have a car. Your boy had to get rid of his car because his car was becoming a maintenance nightmare. And what I mean by that, I mean like couple $1,000s worth of repairs just for motor stuff alone, just for like basic stuff. So I had to get rid of it. Hi, Skeletor. Hi, zombies. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. Hi, zombies. Some bitches. Come on, shoot. Come on, come on. Come on, come get me. Come on. Where's my shield? Skeletor. Where you going? Get back here. No, I missed. Your boy's a sniper. Whoa. Okay, cool. Cool. We got rid of majority of the zombie apocalypse. Alright. I know I spent majority of this video just complaining about how I pretty much don't hang out with anybody, but I hope you guys are somewhat enjoying my random banter and complaining. Because I am just a big complainer. That's all I am. I never claim to be a polite person. I never claim to be. I'm always like, the first thing I say to people is, hey, my name's Elijah, and I'm probably gonna be an asshole. And it's up to them to be like, oh yeah, you're a dick. And I'm like, thank you for noticing. No! My knees! Oh, my beautiful knees. Oh. But yeah, like, the first thing I say is, hey, I'm Elijah, or, well, yeah, my name's... Fun fact, name dropped, my name's Elijah. Nice to meet you guys. Yeah. They're like, hey, Elijah, what? I'm like, hey, I'm Elijah, nice to meet you. Or like, hey, I'm such and such. And I'm probably gonna be a dick, but... And it's like, but... I'm just gonna say this thing. Because I'm just an asshole, so fair warning. And the fun thing is people then start complaining later down the line, like you seem like such a nice person. Why are you such a dick? And I'm like, I told you that. I told you I was gonna be a dick. I'm not the nicest person here. And I'm like, heck, my family can tell you I'm not a nice person. Because I'm probably the meanest to my family. And yet they're like, yeah, that's how he shows his love. Like, I have very, very disrespectful love. Like, I don't mean like I don't walk up to my family and I'm like, hey, fuck you. No. I'm just like, hey, guess what? And I just suck. And I like walk up. I don't like sock my brother, but I just like walk up and like I just punch him in his shoulder, and he'll just go, the fuck is that for? I go, just felt like hitting something. Like, I'll just walk up to him and just go, wham, in the shoulder, and he'll be like, ow, why the fuck did you hit me? I'm like, yeah, you were right here. Also, I like tend to just walk up to my brother and go, hug, and he goes, no, I don't trust you. Because I have a very, very bad tendency of just death gripping people and just like hugging the life out of them. So my family just kind of doesn't trust me with hugs. And they're like, no hugs. They're like, the last time you hugged me, you squeezed too hard. And I'm like, but it's hug. Go, but you don't like hug? They go, I like hugs, but I don't like hugs from you. So yeah. Just a clarification. I hit everyone on the shoulders. And if I hit any higher, there's not really much to say after that. Like, I don't really hit higher because I'm like I'm shorter than everyone. I'm not a tall man. I am not tall whatsoever. Like, if you met me in person and if you're shorter than me, that's a shocker, because I'm probably the shortest man in my family. I'm the shortest man in my house. Like, next to my mom, I'm not that tall. Like, Like, if you sat me and my mother next to each other, you would be like, oh yeah, you both aren't tall. And then you'd be like, okay, I see the resemblance in you and your mother. Because people are like, are you taller than your mom? And I'm like, absolutely. Are you shorter than your dad? Yeah. Like, I have the two shortest not shortest families, but the two shortest parents out of all my family members. Like, my uncles are all like ginormous tall men, and then there's just my dad, who's just like short, and my mom out of two is like short out of her siblings. So it's like, yeah, I just got the short end of the stick on both sides of my family, and I'm just like, wow, I'm a tiny. So it's like, so yeah, I ended up with the short end of the stick, and it's so funny watching me hang out with family member that is taller than me, because I'm like, hey man, how are you? And he's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, how old are you now? And he's like, I'm 15. And I'm like, god damn, you 15 and 6 foot, what? And they go, 6'2", and I go, you lucky bastard. Every time, that's how a conversation goes. It's like, how tall are you? 6'3". God damn. Damn. Thanks for making me feel itty bitty. Heck, earlier today, I met a fucking 16-year-old who's like 6'4", and I'm like, damn, you how tall again? So yeah, it's not fun being a short man, because I can't reach the peanut butter, okay? I can't make me PB&J sandwiches if I can't reach the top shelf. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here after I got done complaining about how short I am. Anything to say, Bluey? No? Okay. The first time my dogs didn't want to say anything. But like, subscribe, do all that good jazz, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Keep sailing. Captain out. Peace.